Hello and welcome to this new video, which I actually have already done, but in German, and I wanna do it on English too, because yeah, it's a likability tier list, so I wanna explain why I rank every character like I have ranked them, and I hope you enjoy it, and let's start. Oh, one moment. Likability is not only how much I like the gameplay of a character, but their personality, their story, their whatever, even fan-made things. So this tier list is completely on my own choice, and if you would rank them in any other way, if you have um, any other reasons to rank them, that's completely fine, and you can tell me. A 1 second thing, this is on version 2.6, upcoming 2.7, so Yelan and Ninja Girl, I don't know her name, are announced, but they're not out yet, which won't help them in the ranking, but we will see. Yeah, and let's start with the Traveler, with Aether, and Aether, same as Lumine, in the games they don't have much personality or anything, except there are the bosses of the Order of the Abyss, but even then, yeah. And so the one thing they have their most expression of a personality actually is their fighting style, because Aether has a more right-sided fighting style, and Lumine's fighting style is more left-side based. And so when they fight together, they would actually save up each other's flank and prevent the other twin to be hurt, which is really cool. And I don't know any game or anime or manga or something which has something which has something like that. Even Naruto, the Akatsuki, even they don't have such a thing. Yeah, we have this undying people like Hidan and Kuzan, but they are a theme. They literally can't fight together. Same with everyone else in the organization, but the twins have that, which is really cool. But so we have to go on the more on the fan based things, and I have to say the Aether is based because he's nice and all that, but he doesn't get so much love by the fans, and which is pretty poor thing. I would love to see more of him. Yeah, but Lumine gets a lot of more love, and especially to whatever the hell reason, Child X Lumine. Okay, I have so I talk more about it when we come to Child. Now we have at first oh god. Uh how's his damn name? Oh, I want to say Alistair, but no. Albedo! Albedo is his name, and yeah, he got a lot of love by MiHoYo and HoYoverse the last time, or recently. I think recently is this, yeah, because in 2.4, I think it was, we had this event at Dragonspine where he was one of the main protagonists and actually antagonists. I mean, we in the trailer we all saw an evil Albedo fighting against Best Boy Bennett. that was really cool, and yeah. Now in 2.7, he already also became Uncle Albedo, going to the Irodori festival with Klee because her parents, Diluc and Jean, yeah, it's Diluc and Jean, not what's her mother's name? Alice. Who the fuck is Alice? Okay, but yeah, um, he took her to the Irodori festival, and they had a really good time. And yeah, he's best boy. He's really cool. Bit too calm, bit too cold, but he also has a connection to Kanria, which makes him very interesting. Yeah, and then we have God, I wanna say Alice now. What's with the names currently? God, I don't know. Well, it's Amber and duh. Yeah, she's a tutorial girl, and she wanna eat some honey some honey carrot or whatever the name is in English with us, which is nice, but that's her story and her gameplay isn't that good either. I don't like to summon pets, and her rabbit is, yeah, it's just annoying and doesn't do much in my opinion. And she was the first character, the same in the gameplay as in my European account I got rid of. I don't like her. No, I shouldn't say that. I have nothing against her, but duh, she exists and that's all. Yeah. And then we have Kamisato Ayaka. And yeah, I do have a let's play about Genshin Impact, which is spoken in German, and the subtitles are German too. So most of you won't be interested, but there is one personal lore I have, and that's that I actually don't want two characters on both on both accounts, which yeah, obviously for the level 4 characters is not really possible, but for the level 5 or for the 5-star characters, it is, except for some reasons. But there are 2 exceptions I have made. And one of this is Kamisato Ayaka, but not because I like her so much, but because she's so good at expeditions. I mean, she's the better ice bridge and makes Kaya cry. Yeah, that's a fact. Poor Kaya. Yeah, but I'm really interested how her dance will be in the American account, because there I play with Lumine, or with Melody, how I called her there, and yeah, in Europe where I play with Eva, or Tiz, how I called him, she has flirted with him, and yeah, okay, but will she really flirt with Eva, with Lumine Melody? That will be, yeah, that will be very based. But yeah, it's only for her expedition she's based, and I wanna see her flirting with Melody. Yeah. And then we have a girl I've underestimated for a very long time, Barbara. What shall I say about her? Yeah. Actually, she has nothing special on herself, because most of the time I would actually use her for her special, for her Q ability. I just don't, because I'm really greedy about them. I don't wanna spend these. And so, yeah. But actually that's all, and yeah. Cringe, or actually she's not. I think that's so it's better. Cringe, or hey, you exist, be happy. And she is existing. And then we have the actual pirate captain, which has some flirty waves with Ningguang. I mean, seriously? What's happening between these two? That can't be only. That's way more than a platonic friendship based on based on trading or something. I don't know. Also, she really helped me at the beginning of my Let's Play on the America account. And for that, she's based. Yeah. But probably nothing better. Because she's a defensive character and they have a really hard stand in the gameplay. Yeah. Poorly. Oh, one thing more. If you wanna play with me, we can do that. I have no problem with that. I have accounts on Germany and America, and no, on European server and America server. And if you wanna play with me, It's better you write me under a video, or you write me on Discord, which I have linked in my channel description, or if I remember, I will put a link in the video description too. Yeah. Plus my UIDs. If I remember, if I don't, please remember me. Yeah. And then we have Bennett. Bennett is just awesome. I mean, he fought a 5-star character. And yeah, and he has such bad luck. I mean, seriously, you know, there's a game I really love to play. It's called Gothic 2, and it's from a German German developer, I think developer, called Piranha Bytes, and yeah, and they have later also done Risen and Alex, if you know these franchises. And well, in Gothic 2 there's a smith for some peasants who made like a revolution against the king of the land, and this smith was Bennett. Yeah, he got isekai'd into a game from, I think, 2003. And yeah, that's really bad luck. But the really, really bad luck happened in the 3rd chapter. Because when you go back to the town, you are told that a paladin was killed by a mercenary, and the paladins think this mercenary was the smith, was Bennett, and he got arrested. And why he got arrested? Because at this time Bennett wanted to buy some supplies, and yeah, he got caught, and yeah. And how much bad luck do you need to have to get isekai'd into an older game just to get arrested for a murdering you didn't even consult? Poor Bennett. But I really love him. He's Archon level. I mean, yeah, he's just awesome. Bully not so awesome and a bit cold, yeah, is Shongyun. But he's a pretty nice boy, and always wants to help, and he has so much good vibes. He never had to exorcise any evil ghosts, because just his presence is so pure and good. He made every evil gone, and that's awesome. That's based. That's really based. And then we have Diluc, the man who's Batman, the man who's the Witcher Geralt of Riva, the man who has an spy network that even gets informations out in the Order of the Abyss. How awesome can you be? That's yeah. I know. Mihoyo really wanted us to like or to love this character. I mean, we played him so much in the main story, in the Archon quest. No other character ever was able to be played so much as Diluc. And that's really awesome. And yeah, storytelling worked for me. He's an Archon level 2. Who's not on Archon level is Diona. And I made her story quest. And I remember 2 things. Maybe 3. First thing, I searched for her cats. Second thing, Venti went by and got revealed that he's allergic to cats and sneezed, which was awesome because of the fans, because they made his sneeze like an atom bomb dropping on Mondstadt. Like, what the fuck? He's the weakest of the Archons, you know? You remember? Oh god. And I actually don't remember so well. It could be his quest too, where he revealed what how he and Vanessa why he became an Archon, saved Vanessa, and has now the presence of an old friend who died. And yeah, so maybe 2 of my rememberings about her story quest are about Venti. And the third remember is we had to search for her cats. Yeah, but I can't put her on because she exists and she's the arch enemy to Diluc, which makes her existing. Yeah. And then we have Fischl, the Prinzessin der Verurteilung. And yeah, it's called Prinzessin der Verurteilung. That's how you call it in German. Yeah. Or better how you pronounce it in German. And yeah, I don't know what to say about her, because she's doing JoJo poses all the time. She's doing her own role play. Whole Teyvat is just her role play place. And she has Bennett is going on that too, full way. And she has the only pet I actually like, because he's roasting her and supporting her, and her translation tool. What the fuck is going on with her? I don't know. And actually she would be... I don't know if she would be best girl or Archon, but no. Because I can't decide. I make her. I make a new role for her. She's just a JoJo. Yeah. um, because I can't decide. God, I don't know how much I love, because she's so much trolling like everyone. Oh my. Yeah, and then we have Ganyu. Yeah, the legendary Coco Goat, which is always fun to say, and but in her quests, she was pretty cold actually, and yeah, quite strange to be honest. Still, I don't know. Somehow I like her. And so I don't know if I wanna put her in "Hey, you exist" or "Based." But I put her in "Based" because she should be really good at as a DPS character. Just press Q, just activate her special, and everyone is dead. Like that. And yeah. I put her on Based and hope for more on her about her. Or at least some cocoa milk. Yeah. And then we have Hutao. And I can't say much about her because I know she shall be really intelligent and like Lewis' best troll and so on. She's the leader of the one move funeral. But whenever I saw her, she hadn't much dialogue or anything, and so I'm sorry, but at least she's fun to play, and so she comes to "Hey, you exist." Yeah. Jean, the leader, the acting Grand Master of the Order Favonius. Yeah. The stellvertretende Großmeisterin des Ordo Favonius, how it would be in German. And yeah, she's one of the few 5-star characters I have on both accounts. And she's really awesome. Sure, she's overworking herself like all the time, but she knows she's overworking on herself, and yeah, she knows it and does it because the Order Favonius is lacking of the actual Grand Master, Varkas. Yeah, Varkas was his name. I hope Varkas was his name. And many other people of the Order Favonius. And so I always think that if they would return to Mondstadt, yeah, it's called Mondstadt with German pronunciation, she would actually take like a rest for some time. Not long, because she really loves her work, but she would take a rest because she knows that what she's actually doing isn't isn't good for um, her body, and actually not even Mondstadt, um, Mondstadt, but yeah, she's pretty cool for all that. And Vanessa Simp, which makes her only a best girl. No, but yeah. Also, I have so much to say about her. Somehow she's not on the same rank as Bennett or Diluc. Yeah, I'm sorry about her. But I think Best Girl is still a very good position. And then we have Kea, the brother of Diluc. And that's it. Oh yeah, he's a pirate. Yeah, Kea, don't fuck up with Beidou. You won't stand a chance against her. And, his story about his father, I think, should be pretty intense. But I don't know the story, and so he's just duh. Same as Kikin, actually. Sorry, I think she was the first 5-star I ever had in the game on my European account, on my main account, and I've never used her. Really, I don't. She never had a real story. She was just a girl going around Teyvat for bringing over some messages, and that's it. Like the same as Ganyu, but Ganyu got more on her own story quest. And Kekin just did not. And also I don't like her playstyle that much. And so, I'm sorry, but yeah. You're just duh. And so we have Klee. And honestly, we should make another new option for Spy X family. I mean, Spy X family. Yeah, I think that's how it would be. I mean, he has spies. She has a family with her mother Alice, and she's like her actual mother. She's like Klee's actual mother. Yeah. But no, I won't do another row for these three. Still, I don't know. Actually, I don't think about her much because I don't like her playstyle. You know, these jumping bombs, and so it's nothing I like. Sorry, but the only reason I think actually pretty much about her is because I really don't understand her mother. I mean, seriously, Alice, what's wrong with you? You leave your daughter, your little girl, without a word, and you. It doesn't seem like she had done anything for her, and that Klee just had luck that Jean is so caring and wanted to care about her too. And otherwise, how would that be gone? I don't know. The only thing Alice left her, or two only things, were bombs. A lot of bombs. More bombs than even Link had ever had. And a morality codex which is at least questionable. I mean, what's her most favorite hobby? Let's bomb the fishes out of the Mondsee. What the fuck? And so she's really cringe. If you think about it, she's cringe. Same as Lisa. I mean, whatever you do, don't ever overdo a book which you have borrowed from the Mondstadt from the Mondstadt library. I mean, if that happens, she could beat all Archons at once. To get the book back. Which is... yeah. But besides that, she's really lazy and doing, like, nothing. Yeah. And then we have Mona. Mona is pretty difficult to rank for me because I know she had an actual, how do you say, an actual event together with Fischl, and I heard it would be pretty good, but at that time I haven't played Genshin Impact. I started at version 1.6 during the Kadehara Kazuha banner. And so, yeah. I have seen like nothing about her and only her in-game play style, which, to be honest, wasn't so, or it's just not so impressive in my opinion. And so, yeah, you exist, but if you wouldn't, I wouldn't be, yeah, you exist. Be happy about it. And then we have Ningguang. Oh god. Ningguang. The mortal woman around a lot of adeptis like Ganyu. And, but she's effectively ruling Liyue. She has quite a similar position as Jean, which is one reason why I don't understand she became a 4-star character. She should be a 5-star character in my opinion as well. But okay, that's nothing I can decide. But what I can decide is how much I like her, and she's a woman who built up her dream from literally nothing. For selling fruits on the street, she got the Jade Chamber, And what was the what was the only thing we saw her doing with it inside the story? Yeah, um, a giant hentai tentacle god monster was attacking Lewa Harbor, and she had nothing better to do than ram the Jade Chamber into a god and kill it like she would be Kratos from God of War. And that was awesome. And yeah, and then in version 2.5 we had her event where we built up her Jade Chamber again, placed it on top of Lewis Sky again, where Celestia and the Dragon Spine monument flows. And why had she done that? Why did she wanted the Jade Chamber back? Not because it was her dream again, like she would be from Star Wars. Oh, my Jade Chamber was destroyed. Well, let's build another one. No, she wanted it because she heard that this hentai tentacle god had a wife, and she wanted to trigger that wife and kill her with a second Jade Chamber again. Oh God. After these stories, how can I not put her on Archon level? God, that was awesome. And then we have Noelle. The first character I ever pulled. Wow, that's so strange. How could you do that? Yeah, okay. No, but seriously. She... At first she didn't help me as much as you would think. I will tell you later because why. But, yeah. But I like her story, and she's actually pretty similar to Jean, but other. Because you know what I said about Jean's mentality of work? Noelle is quite the same but different. Because Jean knows she's overworking herself and that's not good for her life. But Noelle is doing the same, actually, but even so she knows she's doing nothing good. Noelle just don't realize it. She is overworking herself because she wants to be a knight of Favonius, and I'm pretty sure if she would grade up from her maid job to become an actual knight of Favonius, she would work even harder to get along with this Anna, and yeah, would really burn herself out. But still, she has some really good community, how do I say, stories about her. Like, she's actually the strongest of all 4-star level characters. And on my 100th episode of the Let's Play of Genshin Impact, I made a special episode playing her whole character story at once, and I used a picture as thumbnail where we saw her in a destroyed world in a standoff against two how is it called in English? Ruin guards and one ruin hunter. And yeah, that's really a tough fight. But honestly, it's a fight I actually think a C6 Noelle could fight it even in-game and win. And there are even 5-star characters who couldn't win that, in my opinion. And but I think, yeah, she really could win that. In story as in the game, which is pretty insane. But still, for her toxic, overworking mentality, she's only a best girl and not Archon level. I'm sorry for her. Yeah. And then we have Kiki, or Chichi, or I don't know how she's spelled. I call her Kiki because Chichi would remind me too much about Son Goku's wife. And yeah. And Kiki is actually a very tragic character because she cannot die. Literally, because she's an zombie. She is already dead, and now she's doomed to see like everyone in Liyue except for some adeptis growing, becoming older, and actually dying. And there's a picture about her and the other three lolly characters, Sayu, Diona, and Klee, and where it's shown that they're all looking at the dawn. And yeah, then there's another picture like 100 years later, and Kiki is still looking at the dawn, but the other three are dead. And if you think about it, yeah, that's her actual way of life. And the most depressive thing about her is not only she sees her friends dying, but because of her bad mind, she won't remember anyone for long. And she reminds me a bit of Logan, because that's so dark and poor. And yeah, that's a really good contrast to Noelle as well, because Noelle, yeah, she was a bit down, a bit tragic and all that, but there was always this, hey, it's not that bad, it's all play and fun, and yeah. And like this hope, there's light at the end of the tunnel, but there's nothing like that for Chichi or for Kiki. And yeah, this downfall is massive. And something a universe like Warhammer, if you know that, could never do. Because in Warhammer, there is always, like, every time, especially in Warhammer 40k, just dark and down, and not actually that dark as you would think, because it's a dark future of the 41st millennium. But still, there. I don't care about the universe of the or the universes of the Warhammer worlds that much, because there is no hope. There's nothing worth fighting for, because yeah, especially in Warhammer 40k, the biggest problem of the Empire are not the enemies, are not the Ruinous Four, but the Empire itself is the biggest problem of the Empire. And so, how should I interest for such a country, or for such an empire, which even without any enemies would just explode because it's so dumb and shitty builded. But here in Genshin, we have a way better storytelling, and we have light and absolute darkness and despair at the same time. Poorly, in my opinion, she's really cold, and I don't care about much about her when I'm not going really into psychological thinking, and that's why she's only, hey, you exist, be happy. Yeah, I'm sorry. And then we have Razor. Razor is an Archon level, because Razor and Rosaria was my second and third pull I ever did. Yeah, my second 10 pull on the beginner banner on Europe account gave me Razor and Rosaria. I don't know which one of those, or I don't remember which of them appeared first on the banner, but yeah, they both did. And yeah, they carried my team through Mondstadt and Liyue and deep into Inazuma. And yeah, for that, they are both Archon level. I can spoil you, but also because of her story, because yeah, he always gave me some Inuyasha vibes, especially with his red eyes, like demonic red eyes. And yeah. And yeah, his story, every time he appears, he's actually really interesting, and I really like him. And yeah, I know. I I made a whole oh my, how do you say? Made a whole story about Kiki and just put it on, hey, you exist? And don't have much to talk about him, but put him on Archon level. Oh yeah, oh! I forgot something! The love poem between Bennett and Razor. Yep, they got a love poem. And Venti approached it. It was awesome! Oh god. Yeah. By the way, I think a team made out of made out of Bennett, Razor, and Fischl would be awesome. Yeah, I would love to see them on adventuring. Oh my. Oh, that would be so cool. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and then we have Saccharose, how she's pronounced in German, or Sucrose in English. And that's it. Yeah, despite her master, she's just duh. I can't tell you anything more about her, sorry. Duh. Same with Child. Duh. Seriously, man. What's your purpose after all? Yeah, okay, I know. Child X Lumine. Why? What should Lumine ever find in Child? Despite his pocket. Yeah, nothing. Nah. I don't like yeah. Child and yeah. But then we have best boy Venti, and he's on Archon level. Have you played Genshin Impact? You know why Venti is on Archon level. And this boy is the only Archon who isn't ruling his own country, but the only Archon who never changed, who's still the original Archon of his country. And that's awesome. And not even that. He made a vessel based on his dead friend. Like he's carrying his memory for all time, which is really cool, I think. And honestly, when I first saw on my way from that beach up to Mondstadt, where we have this cutscene with the dragon, the first thing when I saw it, I thought actually in German, but I think but I tell you in English because most of you won't understand German, I think. Oh, cool, that's a cute girl. And an awesome dragon, like a fairy dragon. I hope they will be a big part in the story. And I'm really interested what will happen. Yeah. Yeah, I felt for it, I admit it. I thought Venti was a girl when I first saw him. Oh my. But yeah. I really like that boy, and I wanna play. I wanna give him an apple so he play me another tune. Yeah. And then we have the chef of Liwa, Qianling. Huh. You know, the game really wants me to use Qianling, at least on the at least on my Europe account, because there she's 5 C5 and I've never pulled for her. Yeah, not even Razor and Rosaria are C5s. Only Qianling. I think Razor is now C3. Yeah. Yeah, he's C3. But she's on Constellation 5. Like, what the fuck? Oh, another fun fact. On my America account, when I pulled for Venti, on my second 10 pull, I not only got him one, but twice! Twice! I got him on C1 directly! Yeah, I marked that day in my calendar. Yeah, but actually I'm not really using her, but I have to admit, in the Let's Play, there was a really hard challenge in Dragonspine, which actually wasn't that hard, but I keep the level of my characters under-leveled on like level 35, with 3 exceptions on level 40, which are Beidou, Qianling, and Eula, or Euler. I prefer to call her Euler because, yeah, she's from Mondstadt, and so actually German, kinder, and yeah. And yeah, she really made this quest possible for me. And so, that was pretty based. Yep. And then we have the Yaksha of Liwa. The one boy who fought with the Geo Daddy Archon during the Archon War 3,600 years ago. And still he protects Liwa most of the time at the one shoe. No, Wang Xing. One shoe. What the? I don't know. Oh god, I don't remember the name. Anyway, but yeah, he's also like, if Ningguan will lose and her Jade Chamber can't stop this female hentai tentacle monster, god monster, I will take on her by myself and I don't need any support. Which was... and he also gives me the vibes all the time that he can actually do that. Oh, and then we have the story quest with Yae Miko, where we have that mirror with him. Yeah. God, I don't know what to say. Calm. I put you on Archon level. You are awesome. And then we have Chinchu. He's based on beside Chongyun. I mean, I don't know much to say about him. He should be possible that he can be really mean. Truly, we have never seen. But yeah, I like him for whatever reason, and his man friendship with Sean Young, and somehow I every time like it when I see them both together. Yeah. And we have Tianyang, a rocker pride from Liwa. And yes, that's it. She's a pyro shield caster, but a defensive caster like Beidou, but without the awesome story Beidou has, and so she's just duh. Oh god. Jojo or Jiu. Because yeah, he's the one man who outplayed Joseph Joestar, and for that he becomes the JoJo ranking. Or he gets the JoJo ranking. I mean, yeah, he and Joseph Joestar died and survived it and went to their own funerals, but Zhongli not only went to his own funeral, but he managed his own funeral after his actual death. And so he outplayed Joseph Joestar, and when you can outplay Joseph Joestar, you are literally not from this world. You are an ultimate being. And yeah, that's the reason why he gets this special treatment. Same with Fischl. And yeah, don't make fun about the Jiu daddy. And don't make fun about Barbatos or Barbateos or something, I think. Because when he is the only Archon who has his own religion. Yeah, literally. I mean, the Watatsumi on Watatsumi Island, like Kokomi, are believing on someone else, and even the Gucci Yae is not the shrine made of the Raiden Shogun, but of the Thunder Sakura. I hope she's called Thunder Sakura in English too. What? No? Venti is the only Archon with his own cathedral, his own church, and for whatever reason, he has an assassin nun with a spear, long metal claws like a Star Killer in his Sith outfit, and a short sword or knife. I think it's better knife. Why does Venti need an assassin nun? Do you wanna tell us something, boy? Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I really love her. And how I said, together with Razor, she pushed me through Mondstadt until Inazuma, and yeah, I love her. And she's the first character I got who went on C6, with exception of the Traveler, because yeah, how Traveler to put especially Geo Traveler on C6 is so easy. Yeah, I mean, you get a C4 Traveler for nothing. Literally nothing. C4 Geo Traveler. But yeah, she's the first character I got on C6. Awesome. And then we have Eula. Oh, I like her story. I really love her story. And, you know, I don't know much to say about her, but I put her on Archon level because I know otherwise I can mark her words. Vengeance will be hers. It even works on this way. Yeah. And then we have Yanfei. And Yanfei is, for me, she's Candy. Candy is the friend I have who brought me to Genshin Impact. And I'm super thankful for that, Candy, if you see this. And yeah, one of your Genshin Impact reincarnations is Yanfei for me. And also, I like her story, but I love her gameplay. And together with Raiden Shogun's Eye, Klee can go away with her bombs, because Yanfei is nuking literally everything away. That's awesome. Yeah. And then we have Kadehara Kazuha, and about him I also don't have much to say. But whenever I saw him, he gave me really calm vibes, not samurai vibes, but like vibes of someone who loves to do calligraphy. I don't know if that's English word. Like writing, you know. And loves tea ceremony and hates fighting. But still, if I remember right, he fought with the Raiden Shogun in front of her throne. And if you fight the Raiden Shogun in front of her throne, it's actually a duel to the death. But he survived. Archon level. And so we have all the Anemo boys on Archon level. And I love them. I really want Kadehara Kazuha going on a rerun. I mean, even Raiden Shogun gets a rerun soon in 2.7. And I want Kadehara Kazuha getting a rerun too. And yeah. I wanna get him on America account, so there I have all 3 Anemo boys. Then I have YTC1 there, I have Chiao, and I have Kadehara Kazuha, and I will love it. Yeah. And we have Yumiya, the more based version of Klee in Inazuma. But she's not based, she's the best girl. Because she's so much caring about the children in Inazuma, and even for her own dad. Yeah, she is the best girl. Not Archon level, I'm sorry, but at least the best girl. Yeah. Sayu. She's feeling like I do at the moment. I'm sorry. It's pretty late for me. It's midnight actually. But still, she's so based and calm. Yeah, she's based. Okay, that's actually the official picture for version 1.6, where Beidou and Kadehara Kazuha came out. Had their banner. And I used this on my English version, on my German version as thumbnail, but I won't do that. I will look for something else. I hope I can find a nice alternative thumbnail. Yeah. And then we have Raiden Shogun. And Raiden Shogun, I shouldn't like her because she's she's the antagonist of Inazuma, but honestly, I do like her. And I don't know why, but I like her. And she's super fun to play. Yeah, you know, Archon level. Especially because she's super fun to play with Yanfei. That's the real boom boom Bakudan. Oh my. And then we have the Genshin Impact version of what's his name? Itachi from Naruto. Yeah. I mean, if you look on her appearance, she could so cool. She has multiple raven wings. And yeah, she's the right hand of the Rain Shogun. But still, I actually don't feel her. I don't know how to say it, but yeah. And also, she's a damn simp for the Raiden Shogun. Yeah. And we have the Shrine Maid of the Watatsumi, the leader of the Watatsumi Island, the most important person of the Watatsumi Rebellion, and the Goldfish Girl. Yeah, Sorry, Sangonomiya. For me personally, she is a goldfish girl because he's moving like a goldfish. And yeah, that's it. Lame. And we have Aloy. And I have to say, I like her gameplay, but it's pretty bad that she never got like a story or a smaller event or at least constellations. And I have never played the Horizon games, so I don't know much about her. I have only watched a parody called Everything Wrong In. And yeah, it's a German version of Dardigan's format, but the producer said it's actually okay because he asked Dardigan to do this also, and so yeah, he got his allowance permission. He got Dardigan's permission to copy that. But actually, he's not copying Dardigan's video and just doing it on German. He's doing his own versions and just copied the format, the idea, yeah, and that's okay. But I don't know more about Aloy than that, and yeah. Hey, you exist in Teyvat. Be happy. Yeah, and then we have Coma. And to say it with Helsing abridged, Toma, what are you doing? What is a butler actually doing? And Toma would only responding with, I buttle, sir. And yeah, that's not funny because it's a joke took from a parody. And duh. And then we have Arataki Ito. Honestly, Arataki Ito is annoying in my opinion. And I put him on based, and I will tell you later why. Same actual with Goru, the general of the Watatsumi of the Watatsumi rebellions. And yeah, I don't want to tell you much about him now because of later, and I think you all know why, what will come later. But at least let me tell you, he has fluffy ears. That's something. And we have Shenhe. Yeah. I don't know much to say about her either, because she's nice and all that. Bit strange. And the community was flipping out when she was revealed to be Chon Young's auntie. And yeah, I think what the community actually wanted to see was a fight between Shenhe and Chinchu. Could that be? It would be awesome. Yeah. Best girl. Oh, and we have Yunjin. Honestly, I really love Lolita fashion. And she has this Lolita fashion brought to Teyvat to Genshin Impact. And still, poorly, I really don't like to play with her. I really don't like it. It's so... I don't know. But still, I love her outfit and I wanna play with her, even so I know she's not that good. Based. Yeah. I put her on based. And then we have Yae Miko. The Gucci Yae, the shrine maid of the Thunder Sakura, the best friend of the Rain Shogun, and the owner of the Yae publishing house. And she gave us Messina. For those who don't know Messina, Messina is a gender bender version of Goru, and that's just awesome. When I saw her coming up, I knew I wanted her. I didn't even care about her gameplay and style and everything, and she's not so good at her gameplay, but still she's just such a kitsune. I love her, and she's the main reason why I put Goru on Kitsune level 2 above Archon level, just because of the story with Messina. God, that's so lovable. And laughable. I love it. And also she has the Candy vibes. Yep. Yeah, Candy has pink hair. If you still haven't considered it. Yeah. And to be honest, Candy can be pretty... Can be like a kitsune too. Nothing against you, Candy. You know I love you, but still. Yeah. Then we have Kamisato Ayato. Yeah. Hey, you exist. Because the only scene I saw you was you came to the Irodori festival and told us the one who put the papers was Scaramouche. Have you ever appeared before or after? I don't remember. Yeah. Then we have Yelan. Female version of Chinchu. Honestly, they look so really like brother and sister. Still, we barely know anything about her, but what I heard is pretty nice, and the community gave her a lot of story already, and I wanna know what's happening with her. And so I come to, hey, you exist. I hope she will be a cool character. And yes, then we have the second ninja girl. And she's 99% of the brain of the Arataki Ito gang. Band gang? Oh god, that could be... Whoa! That was close. By the way, did I told you that Sarah... Yeah, I told you that Sarah is a simp to Raiden Shogun. And you know who's a really big simp to Messina? Arataki Ito. Yep. I think if he could, he would drink a tea with Messina. Yeah. Oh my. But yeah, 99% of the Arataki Ito gang. But honestly, I don't know which weapons she will be using. But in my opinion, on the weapons Genshin Impact is offering, nothing is good for an assassin or ninja. I don't like Rosaria's spear, by the way, because I would prefer to see her using her claws and her knife to pray with other people. Yeah, it was praying, right? Yeah, she's praying with them. And, but poorly Genshin Impact isn't offering anything like that, and same for her, and so I'm not really excited about her and put her in the... Yeah, I'm sorry for you, girl. I don't even know your name, but I'm sorry. I hope you will get a nice quest, a nice character quest. And yeah, that's how I would rank every character in Genshin Impact version 2.6. I hope you enjoyed it. Tell me your opinions as well, and have a good day. Greetings, Tsuna's fan.